I used to be a community activist. But things happen. You know, my husband had cancer, he died, and then I went through illness, it took time.
Dignity and power, y'all. This is Chris with the Displacement Avoidance Project at East Bay Permanent Real Estate Cooperative. Living in East Oakland, we see the obvious and devastating impacts of the lack of affordable housing every day. In this episode, we're exploring the less told stories of what happens to communities when our inspired leaders struggle with housing. The Displacement Avoidance Project met Elizabeth Torres, an immigrant, mother, and activist in fall of 2022 while she was searching for affordable housing. We couldn't get her placed, but that didn't stop Elizabeth from doing what she does, showing up to make a difference.
I used to live close to the school. I was working in East Oakland PREC, and the sunset was going down, and suddenly I look around the school, and I saw the fence. And I said, oh my God. I said, it looks like a prison. What are we doing to these children? People using drugs in here, there's drugs here, domestic violence there, and then I went home and I said, God, what can I do different for these kids? What if the kids can learn social science, biology, and a garden? That's how everything started. Attendance improved, grades improved, parent participation was improved. But this principal did not like it. She eliminated my position when I was home on family medical leave when my husband was dying from cancer.
After losing her job at the school, Elizabeth struggled to find work and her income dropped to about $300 a month. She started recycling cans and bottles before working at a small store owned by her landlord. She began waitressing at a restaurant for low pay after her landlord sold that store.
Then I got a job in a restaurant next door and they were paying me $40 a day. Like a penny an hour or something like that. But I was working. Started getting tips and things got better, but man, I've been like this, like a roller coaster, one day I'm here and then the next day feel like I'm flying and then boom again,
Elizabeth is one of thousands of people struggling with affordable housing in the Bay Area because affordable housing isn't always affordable. The government defines affordable based on the middle income in an area, which makes affordable out of reach for the folks that need it the most because of how many high versus low paying jobs there are. This leaves people dependent on government subsidies, applying for lotteries, sitting on wait lists for years, living in groups, or working several jobs, struggling to afford housing.
And I said, I'm gonna collect SSI. And no, I could not collect SSI because my green card was expired, so I waited almost 3 years because of COVID to get my green card. I was struggling a lot. When I was living by myself, I was feeling so good. I was feeling so independent again. I was feeling like Elizabeth again. COVID came and then so we got like, everybody was at home. 14 people, can you imagine 14 people in a 2-bedroom apartment? They decided not to leave when COVID approached them, so they stayed because they don't want to contaminate more people or whatever. So then we stayed together, all of us. It was hard. Trying to find housing, it became harder, expensive. I would love to have my own place. This house was offered to us if we want to move in. And the rent was almost the same. I call a house a miracle, kids were happy. This house is big. I can see now, I have a place with my family, and the only way that we can afford this rent is staying together. All that I wanted to do is to work and help the community. I was doing social justice, advocacy, a lot, immigration changes, working and loving this and that. I got lost. I did not think that I was going to get old one day. And I needed to have a place to live. When it came to me, it came hard. I would love to be a homeowner one day, but I don't know. I tell my kids, hopefully one day I will try to live like that. Because I feel like if I don't try to buy a house, they never will, because I never gave them that part. But now I have my SSI working, now I don't want to work no more.
As of today, Elizabeth is facing new housing insecurities and grieves the loss of another family member. Despite all of her hardships, she's found a job she loves, working at a nursing home as a cook, and remains dedicated to serving her community. When she can, she volunteers with our Displacement Avoidance Project, doing outreach to Spanish-speaking residents of Deep East Oakland. If you are looking for more information about affordable housing, check out the links in the description below, including our housing navigation resource packet and the list of other organizations and housing providers.